just can't do it. This is a phrase, I can't do it. This is the one where we really find ourselves stuck. We find ourselves stuck saying, I can't do it, you know? And the reason why that is so limiting, and the reason why that's the place that we get to before we quit, is because we're not speaking specific enough. We don't have a direction to continue in at this point, even if we wanted to try. And that phrase, I can't do it. And it's like, of course you can't do it because it is nothing. It is everything and it is nothing. And the point that I'm trying to get to here is that we need to get very specific on on the things that we feel limited by and the areas that we feel like we're meeting a block. Now, of course, sometimes in our head, it seems more specific than that. Seems more specific than this general term of I can't do it. For example, if I was to ask you, why don't you join my live? Why don't you join my podcast? And you said as a response, no, I can't do it. That seems like it has context around it. That seems like we get you can't do it. Okay. But you need to get way clearer with this and in all areas of the things that you cannot do. So, what is that it? If I was to ask you again, would you like to join my live? Would you like to jump on a live with me? Would you like to be one of the brave and brilliant podcast guests? And you said you couldn't do it. And I asked you, what is it that you can't do? This would be really important for your development. This would be really important in helping you understand what you can do and having some challenges emerge from that space, because you need to know what the it is, right? So let's say in that example, you got really clear. You started to understand, okay, the roadblock that I'm having is the fact that I don't want to be met with any questions that I don't know the answer to. That would be reasonable. That would be a specific thing that you can challenge yourself with. That could be a specific thing that allows you to grow, because at the moment you can't do it. You don't think you can do it. But if you get really clear, I I really struggle and I'm really scared of the idea that I might be presented with something that I'm not so clear on, that I don't know how to respond to. There's an area for you to work from very, very easily, where you can have people ask you questions on the spot that you don't know the answer to, maybe that you should know the answer to. And you can work from that place. And you can get clear on what it is and you can challenge it. But when we speak in these broader terms of, I can't do it, I just can't do it, we think, everything. We think about everything whilst we're thinking about nothing. And of course, you're not going to be able to do that thing. So clarity is the key to this. Clarity is always the key. When you are trying to find out what it is that you feel you can't do, get as detailed to that thing as possible, because it's going to emerge a challenge, it's going to emerge a solution. It's really that simple. But by speaking in these general terms, you're going to overwhelm yourself with the idea that you can't do it, that means you can't do anything. You have to stop. Whereas there can be lots of things that you can do. And most importantly, not avoiding that it thing once you uncover it, but going towards it, going towards that block and uncovering what that means. Once we bring clarity and detail to the things that we're struggling with, and we get really honest with ourselves, and we get really honest about the emotions that we're feeling and why there's internal roadblocks, the results that can come out it's just huge. It's endless because you're opening new opportunities for yourself. That thing that just seemed like this big, overwhelming task, this thing that you couldn't bring yourself to, is now just a small task. That means you don't need to be overwhelmed by thinking, where is it that you need to bring your attention to? It's just one thing, and it always is just one thing that you go deeper and deeper into. And that really is the process of the Brave Business Experience. This is something that I work with other people, with people that want to experience more of the world, that don't want to meet as many roadblocks, that want to understand with clarity the things that they're struggling with so that they can grow through them, so that they can utilize those things to open more doors in their lives. And this is an invitation to you. This is the reason I'm here live, to invite you to get really, really clear on both where you want to go and the things that you need to overcome to make the most of life, to make the most of every situation, so that it doesn't crop up everywhere you go. It doesn't become a repeating thing in your life. You can create so much more by challenging that it and getting clear on what it is. It's going to open up so much more in your life. So that's the Brave Business Experience, the clarity of understanding setbacks and also the potential of where you really want to go by actually allowing yourself to see what is possible out there, so that these things that seem like overwhelming tasks are going to be small things that we work on together. Now, I think it's exciting. I've had some amazing experiences with people in the Brave Business Experience already through that process of getting big on the dreams, getting clear on these dreams, then getting clear and honest with both yourself and with me as to the things you know you need to overcome, the places you need to bring your attention to grow through these struggles, to become more, to allow, allow more opportunities in your life, more doors to be opened. And I think it's an amazing invitation. So ensure you do this yourself. You get clear on what the it is, because it's not everything that it seems like. It's a detailed thing. It's an inner something that's inside, it's an inner roadblock. So get clear, think about how you feel around these experiences. Get clear, get specific, and in that place, a challenge and a solution will be emerged. And you can do that yourself. And if you are able to embody it from here, that's amazing. I would love, to hear your results and responses from getting clear on what an issue is, the it, and challenging it. But I would also love to be there with you doing that, making sure that you're meeting yourself honestly in a way that can be difficult when you're just having a conversation with yourself. My invitation is open to anyone that's interested in the Brave Business Experience, to having a braver experience of life. So message me here and we'll make it happen. But thank you to everyone that's joined. I really appreciate that. Everyone that's joined now and everyone that's joined on the replay. I hope this has been good for you. Thanks.